Okay, so we have the RDS available, relational database, the instance, concept, backup and recovery, typical applications, monitoring and security, migration services, recap and demo, and the hands-on lab. So the relational database service is actually the managed services that is simply to deploy, easy to scale, reliable and cost effective. It's a choice of database engines, the high availability, high performance, managed services, easy to scale and operate and run as many fewer system you desire, right? So these are the characteristic for the relational database server. Let's start with the concept. So RDS, or the relational database service, is a fully managed host and operating system. Is no access to the database operating system, is limited ability to modify configuration that is managed on host operating system. यानी कि सिंपल वर्ड में ये फुली मैनेज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है RDS रिलेशनल डेटाबेस सर्वर. इसके अंदर किसी किस्म की भी कोई चेंजेस या कोई भी ऐसी चीज़ें एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती हैं. Okay, so no access to a database host operating system, limited ability to modify configuration that is managed on the host operating system, no function that rely on configuration from the host OS, and is the good thing is grab and go service. Like आपने इस्तेमाल करना है, बनाना है and then उसको इस्तेमाल करना है. Fully managed stores, maximum storage limits, support up to 20,000 IOPS and 2 terabyte storage for each instance. Upgrade instance memory and disk space according to your needs. Okay, let's talk about RDS concept trade-offs. Building a database like a traditional way, which required approximate 3 to 5 hours to deploy. Like you need to install an operating system, database software, configuration, tweaking, and then RDS, which is less than 10 minutes, building a database with cloud using Alibaba Cloud RDS. Choose and pay, and that's it. Just don't need to do anything. RDS is an important part of our cloud product offering. We have an Open API, RDS, OSS, Linux cluster, data center options available. So now without cloud, we had an application, data runtime, middleware, operating systems, virtualization, servers, storage, and networking options. And if we go with virtualizations, with cloud, like the SaaS application, we have all the things managed by the Alibaba Cloud itself. We don't need to do anything. If we talk about IaaS, infrastructure as a service, so infrastructure as a service as the operating system, middleware, runtime, data and application managed by us, while the virtualization, servers, storage and networking managed by the Alibaba Cloud itself. We don't need to do anything. Now let's read this concept, RDS concept, IaaS versus PaaS. So application, data, runtime, middleware, operating system, virtualization, servers, storage, networking, these are the O&M without cloud. And ECS, like application, data, runtime, middleware, operating system, virtualization, server, storage and networking, these are with ECS. So the blue colors mention that this is management by yourself, and the white and gray color is actually managed by Alibaba Cloud. RDS is the application and data, runtime, middleware, operating system, virtualization, server, storage, networking. These are the managed by the Alibaba Cloud. What you need to manage on the Alibaba Cloud side, you just need to manage application and the data on RDS. Now let's talk about the instance in the RDS. An RDS instance is a database service running on a virtual computing environment. The environment is transparent to the users, and a user can decide the database engine, CPU, memory, storage and network capabilities of the RDS instance. RDS provide a wide selection of instance type optimized to fit different use cases, and its instance type comprise varying sort of CPU, memory, storage and networking capacity. It's a basic edition, high availability edition, enterprise edition and a cluster edition. So we have 4 different type of editions available here. We have the basic edition, decoupled storage and compute node, high availability edition like the classic availability for 1 master node and 1 slave node, enterprise edition like the 3 nodes, and the cluster edition which is available for SQL Server 2017. So if we talk about the basic edition, which contain only 1 node and has no slave nodes for fault recovery, half the price of the high availability edition, ये basic edition में आता है आपके पास. दूसरा आता है, second one is the high availability edition, which is 2 instances in the same or different zone with automatic data synchronization and automatic failover. So let's talk more about the instance type of the RDS, relational database server. In the description we have the high cost effective CPU resources and storage throughput in the general purpose instance. If we talk about the dedicated instance, we have the dedicated host, which includes the fully dedicated CPU and memory resources, is reserved storage space for higher IO performance. Like we have the general purpose instance and we have the dedicated instance available. If you see the dedicated instance, we have the memory and the CPU, while the general purpose instance we don't need any sort of CPU, is a general purpose. We just need to find the memory. Pricing structure, Amjad, we don't have pricing structure right now. You can use Alibaba Cloud Calculator, but its start I think is $20 or $25 per month if you use the MySQL. Alibaba have MS SQL, PostgreSQL, MySQL and the PolarDB, but the Oracle Cloud doesn't exist. So you will find the question in the exam that the Oracle Cloud is Oracle database is available or not in the Alibaba Cloud. So the answer is no. Oracle database is not available. So RDS, backup and recovery, is the typical application, monitoring and security, migration service recap. So let's start with the backup and recovery. Is Oracle available in AWS? Yes, Oracle available in AWS. Automatic backup. You can configure a backup policy to adjust the timing of RDS data backup and log backup. And automatic backup support physical backup. So the data retention period is 7 days. Backup cycle frequency is like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, and you can set up the log retention. Now let's set up the manual backup. You can also backup the RDS data at any time using manual backup, and you can manual backup support both physical and logical backups as well. So the backup data is below 50%, it will purchase the storage GB, right? As you can see, the backup size is 1.54 MB. It's a physical backup and backup type is full. Now if you go to check the snapshots backups on the Alibaba Cloud, so restore the data of an Apsara DB RDS for MySQL data to its original instance or to a new instance. And second scenario is restore the data of an Apsara RDS for MySQL to a user created database. So let's discuss this one. First scenario is restore the data of an Apsara Cloud DB from MySQL database. So if you see the MySQL database is restore the data from an RDS MySQL instance, restore individual databases or tables for an RDS MySQL instance, and restore the data of an RDS MySQL instance across region. These are the three options which you can do if you want to restore the data to a new instance. Second use cases is restore the data of an Apsara DB RDS for MySQL database to a user created database. In that case, we need to use the physical backup file to restore data of an Apsara DB RDS MySQL instance that is connected with the user created database. Now let's talk about the regions AZ-A and AZ-B. In AZ-A availability zone, the replication is the DB slave and DB master, while if you see the RDS instance, we have the master and slave option, while the slave backup is going to the OSS and the traffic is coming from the ECS, like the ECS SQL, which is the front end servers or the front end application servers, is connected with the SLB proxy. So SLB proxy, which actually help you to communicate the servers among each other. If you see in the different region, the left hand side diagram shows one region with two availability zone, यानी कि एक region है, दो data center है. Second diagram on the right hand side with two different region with two different data center. In that case, the DB master and DB slave will be replicate across the region and the backup will be safe on OSS, while the traffic will come on the SQL. Now let's talk about the typical application read-only instance. So Apsara DB for MySQL allow read-only instance to be directly attached to the RDS in order to limit the read pressure on the master instance. The master instance and the read-only instance have independent connection address. Also we provide read-write splitting address to automatically balance the request. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि आपकी application layer से जो भी traffic आ रही है, the traffic coming from the application layers, which it will hit the server load balancer, and server load balancer which actually connected with the databases which is connected with the highly security link and the read write splitting option. वहाँ से फिर आपका read only instance अलग बनेगा और आपका master और DB instance अलग बनेगा. To provide the caching service either on the machine or either on the database servers, we normally use Memcache and OSS. So provide high response speed for cache hot data, and the OSS, it help to reduce the storage pressure on RDS. So the RDS console provide full performance metrics, allowing user to get a clear picture of a running status of each RDS database. So Alibaba Cloud Monitor metrics for RDS provide the CPU utilization, storage, memory, and many more. RDS provide the 3-level security defense system to protect database against security threats. It's anti-DDoS, IP whitelist configuration, and the WAF. So anti-DDoS provide the real-time traffic monitoring at network entry point. If any high traffic attack is identified, they will give you the blockage. So anti-DDoS basically तमाम सर्वर्स में और डेटाबेस में लगा होता है. कोई भी ट्रैफिक ऐसी आती है जिसको ब्लॉक करना हो, या खुद ब्लॉक करता है, it will automatically block till the 5 GB of data. Also for security, there is no security group exists. Instead there is a IP whitelisting configuration, just like the server load balancer, और वहाँ से कनेक्ट करता है. So WAF called the web application firewall, which actually intercept SQL injection, brute force attack, and other form of database attack. Now check this diagram. Now you can manage some of this with DMS, database management system. Okay, the question is from Gia is, do you need to deploy the RDS in a vSwitch? Yes. In order to connect the database, we need to deploy in the vSwitch, but we can deploy without a vSwitch as well. Just like Google Cloud provide, without a network we can deploy directly, right? But we have an option. The recommended is to connect with a vSwitch, but if we not, we can use it without a vSwitch. Because if we use the vSwitch, we can communicate this database with the other machines as well, which we have in the same network. Control via RAM and new authorization management solution. So we have an authorization management solutions, DMS, unified authorization management systems, account revoke, column granularity, individual account, and overdue notification. RDS will require IP address range to be whitelisted before the client running in them can access any databases. This includes both external client and the ACS client in the same VPC. RDS allows setting up SSL connection from ECS to RDS via load balancer, and this will allow the clients to perform end-to-end encryption. Now this part comes for the end-to-end encryption. So the end-to-end encryption required the connectivity between SSL and the primary databases. Now let's talk about the RDS migration service. This is one of my favorite topic because it's helped to migrate data from one side to another side. So the migration service can migrate data from a local database to the Apsara DB, or migrate an Apsara DB instance to another instance. In Alibaba Cloud, Apsara DB include a data transmission service tool to facilitate quick database migration. Now let's talk about the structural migration. Let's migrate the structural definitions of migration objects to the target instance. This mode can migrate tables, views, triggers, stored procedure, and stored function. Full migration means migrate all existing data in the source database migration object to the target instance. And the third one is the incremental migration. is synchronize data changes made in the migration process to the target instance. These are the three different process. Now it depends which type of migration you are looking. Now let's finalize recap and demo, and then we will go towards the QA sessions. How many of you guys would like to perform the QA sessions with the ACA exam? मैं practice questions open करने जा रहा हूँ. So how many of you guys are interested to solve the QA sessions with me, the ACA exam? Let's solve the real 50 questions of ACA exam in next 2 hours. Okay? हम लोग बीच में ब्रेक लेंगे नमाज का खाने का, उसके बाद दोबारा आके कनेक्ट करेंगे. ठीक है. सो लैब RDS की हम नहीं कर रहे, उसकी जगह पे हम QA सेशंस की तरफ जा रहे हैं. सो आर यू ऑल एग्री विद द क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशंस in order to pass the exam in first attempts? Jia? Okay. Okay. So let's recap first and then we will jump into the ACA exam part. Okay. How many of you guys are not submit the survey form? Please raise your hand. सबने submit form survey form submit कर दिया है? Those who didn't submit the form, please I request you to submit the form ASAP. Right? Let me give you the survey form again. मैंने चैट पर दे दिया है. प्लीज चेक दैट एंड सबमिट द फॉर्म. ओके. लैब चेक करते हैं. लैब अगर हो जाए तो दैट्स फाइन. ठीक है. लेट मी ट्राई. ओके. सो दिस इज द क्विक रिकैप. वी हैव द गारंटी अप टू 99.99% availability. Provide automatic failover. Ensure reliability with automatic backups. Protect against network attack, SQL injections and others. Provide second level data recovery in the case of system failures. Provide real time monitoring and instance alerts. Support read only instance with expandable read capacity. Cost effective with no cost or long term commitment. And offer flexible payment option including monthly subscription and pay as you go model. So let's do this lab. हमें सिंपल वही करना है. हम स्टार्ट लैब करेंगे. इसमें हम RDS कंसोल डिज़ाइन करेंगे पूरा. मतलब RDS का क्लस्टर बनाएंगे हम लोग. कॉपी पेस्ट. Which name of the actual is inside. अच्छा, ये हम इसके अंदर आ गए कंसोल में. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू परफॉर्म आवर लैब्स. अप्सरा DBRDS. ओके. This one. Now if I go to the instance, access is not available, but if I go to the Silicon Valley, I will get an access, right? So this is my database console and this is my database machine available. If I go inside the database, now we need to log on to the database. Let's check the account. We have account option here, right? We have the security group and whitelist. So the database is up and running. क्या सबको मेरी स्क्रीन नज़र आ रही है? Database is up and running, but okay. Okay, whitelisting. So we need to set up the CIDR block IP whitelisting such as this one. So switch to enhance whitelisting. Confirm. Enhance whitelisting means that I need to add my IP or the 00 so that I could connect this database from outside the Alibaba cloud. Classic network, modify. Though, so this will give you the whitelisting option. Configure a whitelist in the basic information. Enhance whitelisting. This option is completed. Create whitelist under whitelist settings. VPC and add internal IP address for the ECS instance. So we can add this IP address like VPC, whitelist name, test, add internal IP address of the ECS instance. This is the ECS instance जो कि हमारी मशीन बनी हुई है, हम उसको इसमें ऐड करने जा रहे हैं. वाइट ग्रुप नेम टेस्ट. Network isolation is VPC test. Now the another thing is डेटाबेस कनेक्शन। अब यहाँ से हमें डेटाबेस कनेक्शन को टेस्ट करना है। उल्टे हाथ पे हमारे पास एक ऑप्शन आ रहा है कॉल द डेटाबेस कनेक्शन। दिस इज़ द ओनली ऑप्शन वेयर यू कैन टेस्ट योर कनेक्शन। ओके, go to the database connection. Database proxy connections. So if I log on to the database here, we have an option to connect directly from here. You can see is the database DMS, database management system. Someone asked me that, okay, so Gia is asking what's the difference between IP whitelist and security group? Why not using security group for RDS? Security group doesn't exist in the RDS side. Let me show you. This is the security group, like, but normally the recommendation is to use the whitelist. Whitelist is for the IP base. Security group, if we add the security group, it's you can add ECS security group to RDS. ECS is the security group is for if you are working with the ECS to allow only those IPs which is coming traffic from the ECS side, Elastic Compute Service. But the recommended option is a whitelist, just to add the whitelist IP from outside the world, like your office IP, your home IP, so on. But if you want to use the security group, you can use that, but security group is for the connectivity between the server and the database. Like if I add the security group here, I need to create a security group and then use it. So the same thing happened in the whitelist setting. So that's why in the Alibaba Cloud is always recommended to use the whitelist security group. Okay, got it here? Even in the exam, you will find the server load balancer and the RDS is recommended always the whitelisting IP, not a security group, because we are working on the basis of recommendations. So if I go to the whitelist, you have an option of the database management system. You can connect from here as well, or you can connect with the database options as well. So choice is yours. So this is all about the database and how it's working. And if you want to connect the database outside, there is very good option. Go to the basic information. Whitelist is for database. Yes, that's why I'm saying that whitelist is for database. Like I want to connect the database from my laptop, personal laptop, I need to use whitelisting. This is the basic information, right? The classic networks, regular options, storage type, proxies, names. We can configure whitelist from here as well, right? And if you want to change the network type from classic network to another network, you can click here and change as per your requirement. Like this is the option for apply for public endpoint. This one, public endpoint is not exist. Public endpoint means add 00 to whitelist so that I can easily connect this database from my laptop. But without the public endpoint, how could you connect this database from your laptop? So that's why. So now we are going to take a break for the lunch and namaz, and after that we will have 30 minutes in order to connect with you for the. So inshallah we will connect again by 2 p.m. Right. So let me put it here, approximate 45 minutes. Let me show you this lab first. It's creating a network connection here. Once it's creating a network connection, you will get the endpoints. It will take some time. Is this, you can see, is the status is creating. Now as you can see, the status is running, and we have some other details as well. Let me refresh again. This is too much slow, and I think we cannot complete the lab. So let me hold it for now, right? And let me stop the lab because it's too much slow for now. And let's connect